Hey guys, welcome to this video where we are going to take a look at ThriveLeads, which is the software we use to create our opt-in pop-ups on our website. So ThriveLeads is a WordPress plugin, so it's only working on WordPress. And once you install the plugin, you actually get a little bit of a dashboard for your opt-ins. Now, ThriveLeads can do a lot of types of opt-ins, and there is a lot of applications to it, which I'm probably going to review in a full review post. But in that post, we're only going to talk about the opt-in pop-ups. So once you have your dashboard in ThriveLeads, you can create what they call lead groups, and you can just give it a name and create one. And let me just create one to show you how it works. So I'm going to create one called demo. And then once you have created your lead group, then you need to choose where that applies. And in that lead group, you are basically able to create a variety of types of opt-ins. So you can create ribbons, which are opt-in call to action on top of your screen. You can create the light boxes, which are the opt-in pop-ups. So that's the one we're going to play with. You can create widgets. You can create post footer opt-ins, slide-ins. So it's basically popup.com from the side. You can create in-content opt-ins. You can create screen fill lightbox, which just take the entire screen. And you can take PHP insert. So if you wanted to edit your WordPress theme or something and show an opt-in there, then you could do that with the PHP insert. And so we want to decide first where these opt-ins are going to show up. And you click on the display settings here, and you have a variety of choices in terms of what you want to do in terms of showing your opt-ins. So in that case, I usually use categories. So I categorize my content pretty well on Authority Hackup type of content it is. So for content promotion, for tools, for conversion rate optimization, for strategy, video tutorials, and so on. And that allows me to match my call to action with what the content is about. So if we're talking about, for example, tools, then maybe my lead magnet is going to be a list of the best tools for online marketing. Maybe if we talk about conversion, I will give a list of the A/B tests we ran to optimize our conversion. If we talk about strategy, I'm going to give the strategy I use to plan my content, for example. So I can actually, using these lead groups and this targeting, match my offers with the content people are reading. And if you read the blog post, that leads to up to 3 or 4 times more opt-in for us. So it's really quite powerful. Now, once I've chosen my rule, and that's when I'm going to start jumping into the lead groups we have already, I'm just going to take my main one. Then you can go into Lightbox and basically click add. I'm going to click edit here because it's already done. And here you can create a new form. So I'm just going to call it demo here, and I'm just going to create the form. And what you can do is you can then edit the design. And the builder, if you are familiar with something like Thrive Content Builder, then it's going to be pretty similar to what you have been experiencing already. So you can see that I have a bunch of templates that I can start from, which is a really good way to create your opt-in pop-ups really quickly. I want to take a pretty simple one here, maybe like this one, and I'm going to choose that template. And you can see I can actually click and edit anything. So if I want to change that image, I can just click on change image. It's going to load my WordPress editor, and I can just upload files, or I can do whatever I want and put another image. So let me just find one, maybe like the Health Mission logo. I'm not sure why, but you could put your logo here. You could change the text as well, and then you click and edit. And in terms of integrating the pop-up with your email provider, what you need to do is you need to take the opt-in form, click it, click connect with service, and then you can create a new connection with API or HTML form. And there, well, I have my active campaign here, but you could add more if you wanted to. So that's basically how you connect with your email provider. So that's the one-step pop-up. But actually the power of ThriveLeads is you can also do 2-step pop-ups. And you can create something like a new state. And that new state is basically a copy of the pop-up that you have, but you can link them together. So you could be creating some of these fancy yes/no pop-ups, for example. So you could just be changing that. And in that case, the template doesn't necessarily fit with the concept. So we probably just start with another opt-in template. Let me just pick it up right now. Let me just pick like a very, very basic one so I can do a yes/no very easily. So I'm just going to load the other template. And instead of having my form here, I'm gonna remove that state, and I'm gonna create a new state. Now what I want is I want the yes no buttons here. So what I would do is I would take column layout, I would put this here, and then I would put my button yes and my button no. Oops, that's media, you buttons are here. Change the style, change the color, and then duplicate this one and call it, and that's going to be my no button, for example. And here we go. I'm just going to change the text as well. Yes. And I'm going to make it full width and no. Full width as well. Here you go. Obviously, I'm not writing the copy of my pop-up here. That would take a long time. But then what I can do is I can link my yes state to the state 1 that I've created. So I'm going to add an event here, and the trigger is a click, and the action is switch state, and it's going to switch to state 1. And I'm going to save my event, and that's it. So now that happens when people click yes, they're going to go to this state where they can actually put their email. So it could be like, hey, do you want more traffic? Yes, well, put your email to get this free course, for example. And if they click no, what you would want is you would want to close the pop-up. So I could just go in my event manager, add an event, and if people click it, then I want it to close the current lightbox. So that's a very easy way to do my yes, no pop-up. So that's it. And now if I actually preview my pop-up, we will see that if I click yes, I get here, and the text could change here, could make an offer, like, do you want more traffic? Yes. Please sign up for our free course so you get more traffic. And if they click no, then it just closes the pop-up. It's very simple. So actually the editor is very good. It's probably one of the best on the market. Actually, it is the best on the market. So that's pretty cool. You can actually create these pop-ups as much as you want. But another cool thing that you can do is you can actually A/B test pop-ups against each other. And that's a really powerful feature. We actually 4x'd our email collection on Health Ambition recently, just using that feature. So what we do is we actually try different things. So, maybe you can change the loading time, which you can change here. And I didn't review, you can change how the display frequency, the animation that it uses for pop-up, and so on. And then you can click the Start A/B Test button. And then you can just give it a title, and it's gonna just A/B test these pop-ups against each other. And then once you are done running these tests, you can actually choose a winner, and you actually have an archive of the tests that you run in the past. And let me just open one here. But for example, here I was testing my trigger time. So I was running the exact same pop-up, except that it was triggering on exit intent, on page load, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. And we could see that in that case, well, 10 seconds actually won the test. It was actually the best trigger time. So now all the pop-ups that I'm gonna run on that category are gonna be 10 seconds pop-up, and then I can test other things and improve my opt-ins over time. Now, if we go back to the A/B testing, you can A/B test pop-ups against each other, but if you actually run different types of opt-ins like I would do in that group, for example, then you can actually test types of opt-ins against each other. So you can give it a title, and you can test, for example, your post footer against your in-content opt-in, see which one does best. And that's a great way to improve your opt-ins without putting opt-in forms everywhere on your site. So that's basically it for Thrive Leads. You also have a little bit of a reporting function. Actually, let me just go through that. But you actually just can check how many leads you get every day and so on. And that's a great way to, collect emails and use opt-in pop-ups. So if you are looking to implement opt-in pop-ups on your site, and if you don't have anything yet and you use WordPress, I recommend you use Thrive Leads. It's actually not very expensive, and I know there are free options like Sumomi out there, but they won't let you do the A/B testing. They won't let you edit the design as much as you can in Thrive Leads. And eventually, if you make any kind of money from your email list, it's quite crazy to not invest the $59, I think, Thrive Lead cost, into that, and try to use a free solution instead. It's really like a no-brainer because it's a one-off cost and it's very, very cheap. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.